Hey everyone, Kevin Shea here, and welcome to episode 3 of Launch Guardian Raw. Today we are truly raw. We are at a farm where our horses are getting fed, and you know it's minus 16 degrees Celsius, which is crazy cold. It's gonna get to minus 30 today, but I wanted to shoot this video here for a couple of reasons. Number one, this is not a typical day for me. This is something where, I don't typically go to the barn. It's not typically minus 16 degrees, I hope. It's kind of day where you just want to stay in bed and be warm. But there's things to be done, right? There's things to be done that you just can't do from your bed or your office or whatever the case is. So I just wanted to share, that there are moments where you're going to have to, make decisions that are uncomfortable. There are moments where you're going to have to do things that are non-business related, and that's okay. These are part of the growing pains of life and business. And in this case, I'm really here because my wife asked me to be here. That's the way to go. I'm going to do what I can to make her day before I disappear and head into my office and get work done on a Sunday. When there's in theory that's the day of quote-unquote rest, but for a lot of people it is, but not for me, because I love what I do, right? I love my business stuff. What I realized this week was that I'm just not publishing enough. So there's a takeaway there. If you're in business at all, you should be publishing, right? It's what you put into the world is what you get behind, what you get back, and the type of attitude that you put into the world is the kind of person that you're going to attract to your business. And so I want to do sort of a quick week in review. First thing is that been looking at Chet Holmes' book, The Ultimate Sales Machine, so that I can take a look at the Dream 100 and the original Dream 100, I should say, because I was introduced to the Dream 100 via Russell Brunson, and then it was expanded upon with Dana Derricks, and Russell learned it from Chet, and Dana learned it from Russell, who learned it from Chet, right? So this concept was pioneered by Chet Holmes, and I wanted to be able to go to the source and just say, look, this is what I'm learning, and this is what he did, and this is what I'm gonna use my version of that. The other thing I'm focusing on this week is market research. I truly believe that marketing is plug and play, sort of like Mad Libs, right? You just got to fill in the blanks, and this has been proven many times through things like automated software, which is literally fill in the blanks and this question, and we'll fill out your sales letter. Do I think it's the best way to go? No, but I do think that it's a great way to prove that it's possible. And once you know your market research, once you know your avatar well enough, then it's easy. All you need to do is give them what they want, right? Put their pains and struggles into your let's say your copy, and then put their desires into the copy, and then ask them to buy based on a product that's going to help them solve their problem. It's that simple. Now, I say it's simple. It's not easy, right? It's simple, but it's not easy, and you have to, you have to be able to capture their attention in a way. It's called a hook, to make them want to pay attention to you. You have to provide a message, also a story, right? That gets them to want to buy from you, and then you have to have an offer that's appropriate to what it is they're looking to solve. So this week for us, it's about reconfirming our market research and confirming our avatar, making sure that not just it's who we think it is, but that the data is there, or the data is there to prove that it's the right person, right? That we're targeting the right person, because we actually had a little bit of an epiphany this week. The epiphany was that the system we are creating is designed for entrepreneurs to launch their business, launch their product, launch content. Effectively, every time they push go on something, every time they say publish, every time they move forward, if you are doing it properly, and it's a front-facing, a public-facing, product or service or content, then you're building buzz. You should be building buzz. You should be building a momentum behind that content, or behind that product, or behind that service, behind that business, and that's a launch, right? As its fundamental, foundations. That was redundant. At its foundations, that's a launch, right? That's a launch. It's it's not just about saying, yes, I have a product I'm going to offer. It's about getting enough people to see that offer, to actually make a difference, to actually prove that it works, to make the business successful. And part of that is doing things like publishing, right? Which I'm doing today. So that understanding of what Launch Guardian was all about was our core reason for being. It was our core reason for creating this business. And it occurred to me, I was watching a interview of Roland Fraser, who is one of the founders of Digital Marketer, and he mentioned that digital marketers going in a certain direction with what's known as an LMS, and that's a learning management system. And it occurred to me that what we had built was not just a launch platform. It was a launch platform designed with learning management in mind. The difference is that we are building in time management, and we are building in implementation strategies to help people implement, because I firmly believe there's a gap there in the marketplace where a lot of people are showing you what to do, a lot of people are showing you how to do it. They're not showing you when to do it, the time management part, and they're not showing you with enough detail to actually allow you to do it with confidence if you've never done it before. So that's fundamentally the system that we're building, and it occurred to me that it is also a learning management system, which opens up a whole new world of possibilities for our little software, right? And what it made me think was, what direction should we go in with this? What is the direction that we should go in? What is the direction that the market wants us to go into? In other words, people with the problem. Do I think we should still, help people launch their product, their service, their content? Absolutely, no question. Do I potentially think that there's a bigger space there in learning management? Yes, absolutely I do. I'm just not necessarily sure that we should take that step right now, right? It definitely could be a step in the future, but should it be the step that we need right now? Well, I don't have the answer because I haven't done the research on learning management systems, right? We just had this sort of epiphany this week, and we need to go and look at that marketplace. So what am I doing? I'm confirming the current market that we're in, and then I'm also going to investigate the learning management system market to see what the strengths and weaknesses are, see what the parallels are, see where we can bridge that gap. And that is a huge takeaway this week, is that you can't just decide what you're doing and then do it. You should do that, but then leave it there. You should always be looking for the next step. What is the next step? What is what is the future for your business? And maybe I'm getting too far ahead of myself, right? Because we're still in soft launch, we're still in beta, but I want to know where the path leads, and I'm thinking ahead, even though I'm working on the things we need to right now for this soft launch. And we're doing an invite only beta, so that I need to make sure that that's going off and being implemented. But I also need to know what the next steps are and what direction are we taking. So it was an interesting week for that point of view. And there was a lot of back and forth, like just a mental and emotional energy being spent on, what are we doing and where are we going with this, and what kind of features do we need to add, and would they how much energy would that take? Let's say, for example, like right now we are in our open beta, or I should say our closed beta, has the implementation and has the what and the when, but not really the how. Okay, the learning management side of it is missing. And the reason for that is that we're not using our products. We are opening the beta only to the people who purchased the One Funnel Away challenge through us as an affiliate link, which means that the learning side of it is done through ClickFunnels and Russell Brunson, but the time management and the sort of checklist, or whatever you want to call it, is done through we call it a launch plan, is done through Launch Guardian. And that right there, just like, what would it take to make it a learning management system? What would it take to allow things like videos to be embedded or downloadable content to be created? And the answer was very little. very, very little. And I was so excited by that and what the opportunities of what that would be. So that would mean that we would be able to go and host platforms for, host content for content creators. And they would be able to have the very, very best, in my opinion, is the very, very best system when it comes to implementing, right? The thing about implementation is that in the beginning, people are taking a chance on you, right? They're buying your product or your service. They're taking a chance that you know what you're talking about. But after a while, those who complete your course, those who complete your service, those who get the result that you're looking for, they are the ones who eventually allow you to continue to sell, right? There's only going to be so many people who are willing to take a chance on you. And when you dry those people up, when you no longer have those people to rely on for your continual income, then you kind of got to go to the next phase. And the next phase is people who are looking for something that's new and exciting, but they want to see proof. They want to see proof that you do know what you're doing, that you can get results. So having someone actually go through your system and get you results, a testimonial, a case study, that sort of result for you is based on the ability for you to get them to actually do the work, right? And that's the difference between Launch Guardian and everything else that I've seen out there. So I really do think that us straddling between launching and learning and management and implementation has always been the desire, but now we have a new interesting perspective on it. So again, really, really big epiphany this week, and I'm glad to share that with you, hoping and excited to be able to bring this to an open beta instead of a closed beta very, very shortly. So if you are looking to join our open beta, if you are looking to start your progression with Launch Guardian for our next set of launch codes, things that allow you to take action and implement your business, go to launchguardian.com and sign up on the waiting list. Okay, sign up on the waiting list and let us know that you're interested in this, because the beta is only going to be open to a select number of people. Currently, we're looking at 100 people for our next phase beta, and if you're in that 100 people, then we're going to be able to offer you Launch Guardian really at its introductory phase, so you can help get the kind of software and service and the input that you need to run your business, because we do want to build this in a way that actually helps you. Okay, it's already doing everything that I need it to do from a like what my business needs to function, but I'm looking to make sure that it also helps the entrepreneurs out there who are looking for more than just the time management aspect that we built it for me. Okay, so thank you so much for taking your time to listen to our update here. And if you have any questions, please put them in the comments, and we'll get them as soon as we possibly can. Or feel free to reach out to us at support@launchguardian.com, and we'll be happy to reply as soon as we can. Thanks so much.